Hi, I'm Father Anthony Hannon from Enviam Patches, and this is To Prepare His Way. Getting out of the city. I suspect that some of you have been thinking about getting out of the city, if that's where you live, either as a permanent residence to get into a rural area, or even as a place where you could go as a bug out place in case the poop hits the fan in the cities, or even just to get away from the noise and nonsense for a little bit from the cities to kind of collect yourself and get back to nature a bit. Some of you have been called, I think, to a more simple life, but you haven't taken action on it. And what I'd like to say is, if not now, when? Because rural properties are rising in price right now, and if your property value is still high in the city, this might be your opportune time. Now, before I go there, because I'd like to share with you some of the things that are available here in terms of properties near Enviam Patches within a short drive, perhaps a long walk, but a short drive. And because I'd like some of you to consider moving up here, buying property up here. But before I get there, I want to ask for your help. Financial help, sure. Like, I need that. I do need that. I'm so grateful for everyone, and I'm behind in my correspondence still, and I will be sending you an email if you've given me a donation recently. And I'm talking the last 2 or 3 months. I haven't gotten to most people yet. But most months I have to borrow money to pay the bills, so I'm not there yet. I'm not losing sleep over it. I trust in God's divine providence, and I think that everything will work out. But nonetheless, what I really need right now is volunteers. I need volunteer laborers, more or less. Semi-skilled, sure. If anyone is skilled in the trades, that's a big bonus, but it's not necessary. There is one thing that I need uh, a licensed person for, and that I need a licensed beaver trapper. Some beavers have clogged up the creek down at the end of the property, and that's causing some problems. Some beautiful mature trees are under about 2 feet of water, and I need to drain the swamp. So the first thing we do is we trap the beavers. The second thing we do is we take down the dam. So, and then we put in like beaver baffles or something like that to try to regulate it from this time forward. So I need a licensed beaver trapper. After that, I just need like anyone who's basically willing and able. And if some of these things you don't feel confident in, then we can always, make some walking paths through the woods. We have 120 acres here, and there's a beautiful pond. Really, it's a small lake. It's a beaver pond, but they keep the water up there, so I like those beavers. And it's a beautiful pond back there, and I want to get some walking trails. So if you want to come out here and explore a little bit, put up some trail tape, and go out there with some loppers and just cut branches down to make it a little easier to walk through and for a path so people don't get lost. And don't worry, you won't get lost. I'll explain everything to you when you come. Anyway, some of the things that I need to get ready before winter and as soon as possible, because I want to prepare for an off-grid possibility this winter, and I also want to get everything ready so that I can finally have overnight guests here. Okay, right now I can't. If you come here, you're going to have to either camp or stay in one of the cabins. One cabin is ready to stay in. It's not finished, but for the temperature that's out these days, for the weather, it's perfect. And I have tents here. If you don't have one, bring your own if you want. I'm up at a camping pad right now. So, and when you come, it's a beautiful dark sky here. You see more stars than you'll ever dream of seeing in the city, and you'll hear all the wildlife here, and you can have a little campfire, and it's just a short walk to the main house where I am. But anyway, the bugs are not bad right now. The dragonflies and the birds have taken care of most of the mosquitoes by now. I'm not seeing too many of them. I'm not seeing too many deer flies either, and I haven't seen a tick in about 2 months. So I mean, they're around, and they'll probably come back in the fall. Start seeing some of my dog, but right now it's really a perfect time to come up here. If you could come up and volunteer a day or two, that would be awesome. And if you can't do that, but it's still in your heart to do something beautiful for God and help me out here at VM Patches, then a donation is greatly appreciated. Okay, so what are we working on right now? Well, right now I'm working on the subfloor, on a concrete floor to make it nice and smooth, so I can put some vinyl peel and stick tiles down. And they're really nice tiles, but we do need a smooth surface. So I'm basically scraping all of the drywall splat. That's what I'm mostly scraping, and then sweep that up, wash the floor, and then start putting the tiles down. In one of the guest rooms also we'll be putting in about 120 square feet of laminate floor, and that's not rocket science either. If you've done that, that's fine. Come on up and do it for me. But if not, I'll show you how to do it. We have, or I'll work with you on it. I've got all the tools necessary for that. Once we get the tiles laid in the basement, which is the common area for everyone, it's a walk-in basement there. There's a kitchenette, a guest room, washroom, chapel, library. Then I have to get the toilet and 2 sinks down installed, and then after that I need to get some cupboards and counters. Now I'm going to search around, and if worst comes to worst, I'm just going to make a very rudimentary cupboards just with 2x3s, and I can do that. It's not as nice as a a skilled carpenter or something, but it'll do the trick. We need to level cabin number 2. The foundations weren't set straight, and so that's a matter of jacking it up. They're small cabins, it's not that bad, and jacking it up, and then taking the concrete base out, and then properly installing the metal base that goes onto that with concrete screws. So we'll bring the generator out and a drill hammer, so that could be something fun for someone. Or if you're familiar with that equipment, then all the better. Or if you have a really high powered, battery powered hammer drill, that would be good too, but I don't have that. Then we insulate the cabins and finish off the cabins, putting wood on the inside and siding on the outside. And let's see, anything else? Well, after that, I've got a few pre-framed doors to go in. I've got 3, 2 for guest rooms and then 1 for the bathroom. I've got a few other doors, but I haven't purchased them yet. I've kind of run out of money to buy any more stuff, so that will have to do for now. But also you can help with the gardening. I've got 2 gardens, and I've been pretty good on the weeding of it, but it could always be done a little bit more weeding, a little bit more care. And we also want to construct some trellises for the grapevines. So I'm trying to grow grapes so that next year I could make altar wine. So that's about it. So if you could come and volunteer, if this is on your heart, if you're willing and able, please do that and do something beautiful for God, and help me out here at VM Patches. Now, if you want to come out this way on a more permanent basis, I want to let you know some of the property values that are out here, and prices have gone up, by the way. Now, some of these, the prices might not have gone up because they, their agents may not, or the people selling it, they may not be on top of the demand so much. And vacant land is still something that they find it hard to sell. It's not something that people are snatching up. But in terms of vacant land, what do I have here? We've got on a riverfront. There's about a half a dozen properties, and this is probably about I don't know, 15 kilometers from in VM Patches. Is that 10 miles about? 6:30, yeah, 10, yeah. Anyway, so about 10 miles away from VM Patches, there's some vacant land on a river, and for example, 8.4 acres on the river, 224,900, 225. 14.83 acres on the same river, 240,000. About the same distance south of here, 1 to 3 acres, so under 3 acres, but enough for a building lot, only 59,900, 60,000 for a vacant lot, maybe up to 3 acres, probably 2 acres. Another one, 15.2 acres, 125,000, and another 2-acre parcel for 22,400. I mean, that's pretty good, pretty good deal. In terms of homes, there's quite a variety here. The lowest priced home I found in the area, again about 10-15 miles away, is a 3-bedroom starter home. It's an older home, probably a fixer-upper, at least needs paint. At least you can tell that it's only on a half-acre piece of property, but it is in a tiny little village. Certainly more rural than most of you are living in, and they're only asking 124,900. 125,000, you get a 3-bedroom house, and there's also a detached garage there as well. Let's see. Oh, there's another vacant land, 130,000. It's 11.8 acres. That's a little bit closer. Maybe it's about 8 miles away. And that's very close to this other piece of property that's being sold, and it's being advertised as a hobby farm. There's a 4-bedroom house, plus there's 2 bunkies, there's a pool, there's all sorts of things there. So I'm just going to give a heads up on that one. It's actually a presently or recently kind of a nudist colony. That's what was going on there. But they're selling it, so that's awesome. And it's on 78 acres, and they're only asking $658,800. Okay, like $650,000 for 78 acres with a house there and a pool and all sorts of things. And yes, don't worry about the past. You buy it, I'll go bless it. Okay, you buy it, I'll go bless it. There's a 500-acre farm, so this is a big full-time farm. If you wanted that, I mean, you don't have to do it at that, but they've got, you know, barns and everything like that. 4-bedroom house, 500 acres, and it is beautiful. Now they want 2.1 million. Okay, so maybe some of you want to do that, and that's your dream, and you've got the money, then come and do that. Here's another house, only 4 years old, 3 bedrooms, it's a bungalow. It's on a building lot. See, building lots out here are minimum 2 acres, so it's 1 to 3 acres. 370,000 for that one. Let's see. There's a brand new home. It's a 2-bedroom, very nice. The pictures, 380,000. Another 2-bedroom home on a half acre. They're asking 300,000. 299,900. You know how that works. There's another 3-bedroom house, 340,000, 339,500. And on that same river where the vacant land that I was talking about, for 675,000, there's a 2-bedroom place. It's beautiful. It's been renovated. And then there's another place, 12 acres, 3-bedroom house. It's actually a log post and beam house, absolutely gorgeous. 2,800 square feet, 675,000. Now there's other vacant land available as well. I didn't search that, and I mean, I did before, but I didn't write it down. And there's a few other homes that are not too far from here. So there's quite a range in prices. So if this is something that might be on your heart, then why don't you reach out to me on the contact page, and I'll point you in that direction. Now, I'm not a real estate agent. Obviously, I'm a priest. I'm not getting commission for this. I just think that this is something that some of you might be interested in and coming near in Viampachus, kind of living kind of close to a priest. And I would appreciate the support there too, in case I had to vacate my property. It's nice to be able to go about 10 miles away instead of 100 miles away or whatever. It's good always to have these kind of backup plans, but I really think that the rural areas are safer these days. If you are interested in any of these properties, then the one way you could benefit from me is if you need to take a mortgage, or if you decide to take a mortgage, then contact me and I'll refer you to my mortgage broker, and he'll throw $100 for a finder's fee my way if you get a mortgage through him, and he'll get you the best rate and the best deal. So anyway, okay, kind of a different video today. Getting out of the city. Come out and volunteer if you can, because I really need to get everything done. But if you can help me out in any way, I would love to have you. I'd love to meet you in person. And of course, you can't be afraid of the virus if you come here. This is a coronavirus COVID-19 sanctuary here. All viruses are welcome here, so to speak. Okay, so there you go. Hope to hear from some of you. Just reach out through the contact page of nviampatches.org, unless you already have the email address or or my phone number, and you can text me if you want. And may Almighty God bless you, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, and Nviampatches into the way of peace.